Ho! You buttery-fingered snack fiends and kernel-craving cuties. Welcome back to the wobbly wonderland inside the Grand Giggleplex Theater's creaky old projection booth, where the film reels spin like dizzy squirrels and the air always smells like melted butter heaven. I'm Zippo the Zany Clown, your polka-dotted popcorn professor, perched high above the seats with my big red nose twitching and my floppy shoes tapping out a rhythm. Today, I'm spilling all the salty secrets on how to make the perfect popcorn and why movie theater popcorn tastes like pure magic while everything else at home tastes like sad little regrets. Grab your notebook and your biggest bowl because class is in session, my hungry honkers. First things first, let's talk about what makes movie popcorn so ridiculously addictive. It's not just popcorn, my friends. It's movie popcorn. That stuff hits different. The kernels are bigger, fluffier, and they pop into perfect golden clouds that crunch just right. The secret? They use special mushroom-shaped kernels that hold on to the butter and salt like my rubber chicken holds on to its last squeak. Regular grocery store popcorn kernels are usually the butterfly type. They're fine for home, but they turn out flat and flaky instead of round and crispy. Movie theaters know this trick, so they order the good stuff in giant sacks that cost more than my entire clown wig collection. Now for the butter. Oh, sweet, creamy chaos! Real movie theater popcorn doesn't use regular melted butter. They use something called butter-flavored topping. That's basically flavored oil with yellow dye and enough salt to make your tongue do backflips. It's engineered to coat every single kernel evenly without making the popcorn soggy. That's the magic difference. When you try to make it at home with real butter, the water content turns your beautiful popcorn into a sad, limp mess, faster than my balloon animals deflate. Movie theaters heat that topping to exactly the right temperature in giant machines, so it stays liquid and pours like golden dreams over the popping corn. Let me walk you through how to make the closest thing to perfect popcorn at home, step by silly step. Start with the right equipment. Forget those silly microwave bags that taste like cardboard and regret. Get yourself a sturdy stovetop pot with a tight lid, or even better, a real popcorn machine if you want to feel like a true Giggleplex employee. Heat up 2 tablespoons of coconut oil or canola oil until it's shimmering hot. Throw in 3 test kernels. When they pop, you know it's ready. Add half a cup of those good mushroom kernels, give the pot a good shake, and cover it quick before they start jumping like frogs in a circus tent. While the kernels are dancing and popping like crazy, melt your secret weapon, clarified butter or ghee mixed with a little butter flavoring you can find online. Regular butter has too much water and milk solids that burn and make everything taste weird. Clarified butter is pure butterfat, so it stays liquid and coats beautifully without sogginess. Once your popcorn is fully popped and fluffy, pour that warm golden topping slowly while you toss the popcorn like you're mixing the world's biggest salad. Then comes the salt. Not regular table salt. Use fine popcorn salt or Flavacol, the same stuff theaters use. It's extra fine so it sticks to every nook and cranny instead of falling to the bottom of the bowl like lazy snowflakes. The real difference between movie popcorn and home popcorn comes down to three things: kernel type, topping quality, and temperature control. Home cooks usually dump a bag of microwave popcorn in and call it a day. That stuff is pre-coated with cheap oils and artificial flavors that taste nothing like the real deal. Movie theaters pop fresh batches constantly, so every handful is hot and crispy. They also add the salt and topping right after popping while the kernels are still open and sticky enough to grab every bit of flavor. At home, we usually season cold popcorn, and that's why it never sticks right. Want to level up even more? Try the double pop method. Pop your kernels in oil first, then finish them in the oven at low heat for 5 minutes to drive out any extra moisture. That's how you get extra crunchy popcorn that stays crisp even after you drown it in butter. Add some grated Parmesan or nutritional yeast for cheesy flavor without making it greasy. Or go sweet with a light drizzle of caramel sauce once it cools. But never, and I mean never, put sugar on hot popcorn unless you want sticky clumps that glue your fingers together like clown glue. Here's another clown-size tip. The size of your pot matters. Too small and the kernels crowd each other and steam instead of popping. Too big and they fly everywhere like my juggling balls during a bad show. Keep the heat medium-high and shake the pot constantly like you're mixing the world's most important cake batter. When the pops slow down to a few seconds between each one, pull it off the heat immediately, or you'll end up with burnt kernels that taste like disappointment and broken dreams. Movie theater popcorn also has that perfect balance of salt and fat that makes your brain light up like fireworks. Scientists say it's the perfect combination of crunch, salt, and fat that triggers happy chemicals. That's why you can't stop eating it even when your stomach is yelling, "Uncle!" Home popcorn often ends up either too dry or too soggy because people don't control the moisture properly. The secret is drying the kernels slightly before popping and using oil with a high smoke point so nothing burns. Let me confess something ridiculous. I once tried making popcorn in the projection booth using the heat from the projector lamp. Big mistake. The kernels popped everywhere and covered all my film reels in a snowy mess. Now I stick to the proper method and keep my experiments to after hours when no one's watching. The best popcorn comes from fresh kernels stored in an airtight container away from light and heat. Old kernels lose moisture and pop into tough little rocks instead of fluffy clouds. For the ultimate movie night at home, try this clown-approved recipe. Half-cup mushroom kernels, 2 tablespoons coconut oil, 1/4 cup clarified butter mixed with half teaspoon butter flavoring, and 1 teaspoon flavacol salt. Pop, toss, season while hot, and serve immediately in a big striped bucket, just like at the Giggleplex. Your friends will think you stole the machine from the theater. The difference really boils down to intention. Movie theaters treat popcorn like the star of the show. They pop it fresh, season it perfectly, and serve it hot. Most people at home treat it like an afterthought and wonder why it doesn't taste the same. Once you understand kernel types, proper fats, and timing, you can make popcorn so good it'll make your local theater jealous. So there you have it, my marvelous munchers. The secrets of perfect popcorn straight from the clown's mouth. Next time you're curled up watching your favorite flick, you'll know exactly why that buttery goodness hits different and how to bring a little piece of the grand Giggleplex magic right into your living room. Now go pop some kernels, make a mess, and remember, life is better when it's crunchy, salty, and covered in golden, buttery dreams. Keep those floppy shoes tapping and those bowls overflowing. This is Zippo the Zany Clown signing off from the projection booth with one final honk and a mouthful of popcorn. See you at the movies, you beautiful snack monsters. Zippo out!